Hello and welcome to another edition of the Franchise Tag Overtime. I'm Gareth Smith, and today I'm joined by Vegas Vipers star wide receiver Jeff Badet. How are we doing, Jeff?
I'm doing good, man. I'm just blessed to be able to, sit here and talk with you. So thank you.
Now, thank you very much for coming on. It's been a hell of a season for yourself so far, encapsulated with the game last week versus Orlando. How good did it feel to finally get that first win of the season?
Oh man, it felt wonderful, man. It was just such a joy to going into the locker room and seeing all the smiles on guys' faces, the coaches' faces. And it's just something that we just want to continue to keep doing, you know what I'm saying? We want to continue to come in the locker room after a game, after a win, and just seeing all the happy smile faces. So yeah, it was a real fun time.
And it was an extremely good performance for yourself as well, with the five receptions for 80 yards and two touchdown grabs. Um, how much of your performance are you seeing the improvement week in week?
Yeah, man, it's funny you say that because just looking back at it, man, it kind of got me emotional because this is some hard work I've been putting in for like a long time now, and it's just so happy to see that I'm finally getting the chance to showcase my talent. You know what I'm saying? I'm a guy that's been putting the work in for a long period of time, but stuff just hasn't been going my way. So it's just like I
Mm.
said, it kind of just gets me emotional that I'm finally being able to get recognized for my talents. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
And you're definitely being recognised for that so far this season. You are currently the wide receiver with the most touchdown receptions in the league right now. Not a bad position to be at this stage in the season. What do you think has set you apart so far from a lot of the very highly talented wide receivers that are in the XFL?
Yeah, man. Like you said, it's a lot of good guys, and it's funny because
Mm.
I kind of do look at those guys. I watch them play. I'm a fan of every single last one of them. So it's just pretty much just having a connection with my quarterback. It's funny. I've been wanting to play with Louise since 2018 because we
Mm.
both came out together. We were training down in Fort Lauderdale, so I've been knowing him since we came out in that draft year, and he's just a guy that I've been wanting to play with for the longest time. So once we found out we was getting on the team together, I kind of already knew that we was going to click regardless. And I also got a chance to play with Brett as well. So I'm just a guy
Mm.
that I just want to be available for my QBs. Just they throw it my way. I just want to make a play because it's all about just giving them confidence that they see 13, they can throw it anywhere. 13 is gonna come down with it. So it's just all about like preparation, making those plays in practice. If I don't make them in practice, I for certainly won't make them in the game. So it's just
Mm.
pretty much how I just prepare. You know what I'm saying? Just making sure, like I said, take practice very serious. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, making it seem like it's game reps. So when I go out in the game, it just seems easy.
And you mentioned that relationship you're building with Luis, a very likable guy, a guy we've had on the show as well. Got a lot of time for him. Um, it seems that you're developing quite. When you get those connections between a quarterback and a wide receiver, it can be truly special and can transform a team. Are you starting to see that relationship build to the stage where you think you could be a dynamic duo in the league?
Yeah, without a doubt, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and Luis, we always talking, man. We always trying to figure out if a defense get like he's a guy that he loves the game, man. So Luis
Yeah.
is always trying to find ways to put guys in best position. So he's a guy that we always talking. And if a defense show us this, he tell me like what he likes. And if I see something, I tell him what I likes. And I just like the transparency between us to where like, you know what I'm saying, it always seemed like we're always on the same page. So that's why it kind of seemed like we're clicking so much because I can't say we always like we are on the same page on the field.
And obviously, this week, the weekend you just had, it was also your first home win as a team. How good was it to having your first victory in your home stadium with the fans there in Vegas?
Yeah, man, it was very fun, man. But on a personal tip, I kind of had this game circled because my hometown is Orlando.
Yeah.
Orlando was the team that I was Orlando was the only XFL team I was communicating with throughout the whole process. You know what I'm saying? Did a couple of workouts with them and really thought that was the team I was going to be on. And then once it didn't turn out that way, that was kind of like a team that I kind of had circled to show them that like what they really was missing. So on a personal tip, I was really looking forward to that game only on that. But
Yeah.
as far as what you saying, like a win, like getting that first win, like I said, if man, it felt amazing going into the locker room and seeing the smile on the coach's face, seeing the smiles on the players, the staff, all the staff, and it's just something that we're trying to strive for each and every week because it feels good being able to go in that locker room with a W. You know what I'm saying? And we got that first taste of it, so it's kind of like something that we're like starving for, and we want more of it. So hopefully we can, you know what I'm saying, put together a good string of games to, you know what I'm saying, shake things up in these standings.
And obviously, the coaching staff you have there in Vegas is a very experienced coaching staff. You've got Hall of Famer legend in Rod Woodson, as well as a very, very experienced coaching backroom. Are you finding that that is truly aiding your development here in Vegas and showing that, allowing you to blossom into the player that you are at the moment?
Man, without a doubt, without a doubt. It's funny, man. I've been playing this game for a long time, and now me realizing it is like guys that's playing the game, we just need coaches that are transparent, man. Coaches that are like players,
Mhm.
coaches. And this coaching staff is like a great example of that. You know what I'm saying? We got Rod Woodson, Hall of Famer who played the game. He knows what guys are going through, you know what I'm saying? He knows how tough football can be mentally and physically. So he's a guy that's making sure he always looking out for us. And then my receiver coach, Coach Ray Sherman, he's a guy that's been coaching for over 40 plus years. He coached
Wow.
every top receiver in the NFL, Coach Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, Dez Bryant, like you know what I'm saying, just to name a top of the guy, a couple of guys. So just to have him, you know what I'm saying, having his knowledge and being able to see, like being able to pick his brain and seeing like what he see with offenses and defenses. It's just like the word I can use is just really just been a true blessing, man. Cause we, like I said, we got transparent coaches and player coaches, and that's what we need as players that's been playing this game because this game can really get can be on you mentally and physically. So having coaches like that to ease your mind, such a blessing to have.
And Rod Woodson is a very, very passionate guy as well. You can see,
Man,
obviously, the XFL is very unique in the coverage that you get. You get to hear a lot more from the
yeah,
coaches than
man,
you do in the NFL. We've got to see a lot of Rod Woodson and how passionate he is about every single call that goes for
right,
or against yourselves.
man, I love it.
I was going to say, how have you found him as a head coach?
Man, like I said, man, I love it. Coach is so passionate, man. He's a guy that like, man, I just strive for him to like look at me as like, you know what I'm saying, a guy that, you know what I'm saying, that goes out and make plays and work hard. Like I like value his opinion of me like so much because he's been around a lot of great people, like great players. He's a Hall of Famer. So just having him being so passionate, man, it kind of like turns me up, man. It just makes me wanna I'll run through a brick wall for Coach Wilson, man, because I, I I joke about it with him sometimes. I was like, man, coach, you wish you could put on some shoulder pads and play, huh? Like he's so
Oh, he
passionate
does.
that he'll put some uniform on and go out and play, and then like stuff like that, like just gets me going, man. I just love to see stuff like that, like coaches that's so passionate about the game because I'm very passionate about the game. So we get a coach that's just as passionate, even more passionate. That just raises my bar even higher. So I love it, man. I love it.
And obviously, the XFL has been very, very unique with its coverage, particularly as I said, you get to hear a lot more of the play calls. Are you, and obviously the coaches, are you mindful of the mics being around you at all? Because obviously it's very unusual compared to other leagues.
Yeah, it's funny you said that, man, because we do like so after the game we'll watch the TV copy to see like what are some of the plays that maybe some teams can see us call. So I would say that it's kind of tough because like it's starting to turn into where like we having to like change a call here, change a signal here because
Mm,
like I said, like my first touchdown, you can literally see what Louise called like check to. So now we got to come back and call it something else, you know what I'm saying, just in case, you know what I'm saying, like
yeah.
so that's the only thing. Like it's good for the fans, but it's not so good for your opponents because now they can see like what you're calling and seeing like this and that
Mm.
what you're doing. So that's what I said is the tough part about it, just being able to like your opponents being able to watch the TV copy and seeing like, oh, when they called it, this is what they're going to run. If they called it, this is what they're going to run. So that's the tough part about it. It's like a happy medium to it.
And the XFL itself is a very unique league in itself in the fact that it's worldwide right from the get go. There's not many leagues where your very first game is shown all around the world. The very first
Right.
game of the season is shown worldwide. Um, how much do you think that that exposure the league has to a worldwide audience can truly benefit players like yourself and give you opportunities elsewhere as well as to shine here?
Right. I think it's a wonderful thing. The Rock and Danny, they've been doing a great job of putting guys out there. I want to say NFL probably the only league that doesn't have a minor league. So I think
Yeah.
it's yeah. So I think it's a great thing to have. You know what I'm saying? To where like it can be a minor league for the league and being able to, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a lot of talent in this league that I know for a fact can play in the NFL. So I just think it's just a great thing. And like I said, everybody loves football, man. So being able to have
Mhm.
football year round is just such a great thing to have. Because like I said, you like me sitting here and doing an interview and just being able to so people can see like the type of guy I am can, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying, can attract more fans towards me, you know what I'm saying, and get more supporters in that way. So I think the XFL is just such a great thing. It was a great thing back in 2020, but COVID hit. But I'm just glad to see it's all back because like I said, it's 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 literally what the world needs, man. It's just guys that's probably didn't have that many opportunities, but now getting the opportunity to continue to play the game that they love. So it's such a blessing.
And obviously, you mentioned the game back in 2020, or the 2.0 version of the XFL, as people like to know it as, which looked like it was really starting to click and find its groove. And then obviously, COVID came in. How did you stay motivated after the league did fall through, so that when this opportunity came around, you were ready to go?
Yeah, so I was very blessed to be able to after the XFL crash, I got a chance to sign with the Washington football team in NFL.
Mhm.
So I was blessed enough to sign with them, was able to get on the 53 man roster and being able to then I bounced around like a couple of NFL teams and then I went to the USFL. So I would say like I was still actively still playing the game. So
Mhm.
I guess that would you say that kept me motivated because I was still actively still being able to play the game.
And obviously, you're a player who's played in both 2.0 and 3.0. What's the main difference you've found between those two leagues?
Um, Man, what would I say the difference is? Well, the difference I would say is there's a hub now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's stationed
Yeah.
in Dallas. Both teams flying together to the games. You know, so that was kind of awkward a little bit. You know, what I'm saying having both teams on the plane flying
Yeah.
there. So I could say I could say those are like the two big difference. But as far as like play, it's like the same thing, like the same rules. You know what I'm saying? Everything's still the same as far as like the game itself. But outside of that, it's just being like in a bubble and like I said, teams flying together to the game. That what I said like the big differences between the two.
So obviously, we talked about yourself and your playing days. So what do you do to relax when you're not playing? How do you unwind?
Oh man, I'm just a guy that I'm laid back, man. If I'm not in the building and meetings and practice, I'm a guy that just chilling, man, staying at home, catching up on shows, watching. I'm a guy that tune in on first taking undisputed, see what they talking about in the sports world. I go
Yeah.
out to I go out to the movies, catch a movie on my own. I'm just a guy that just literally just I be to myself, man. I just be chilling, you know what I'm saying? Just making sure I'm just doing the right thing to be prepared for game days.
And this weekend's game coming up, you've got a tough game versus St. Louis, who are a team that their fans seem to travel quite well as well. They've got a really well established, huge fan base as well. And their team is a team that has lost twice, but both times to an undefeated EC side. So they're a side that are coming in a bit of form right now. How's your preparations going for that game?
Yeah, man, we approaching this as a must win. You know what I'm saying? We dropped two
Mm.
games to DC and then lost the game to Seattle. So we all like in the same division right now. So we're without a doubt treating this as a must win game. You know what I'm saying? Watching them on film, they got a very good group out there. They play hard. Like
Mm.
Coach Wilson told us today, they're a team that find a way to stay in the game all throughout the game. They make limited mistakes, so we're gonna have to match their intensity. You know what I'm saying? Being able to play mistake free football to give us a chance to win. So, like I said, it's another opportunity, man. I'm looking forward to. Like I said, I'm just so blessed to be able to continue playing this game. So I'm just looking at it as another opportunity and just hoping that, like I said, we come out with a W.
And obviously, tickets are still available on xfl.com/tickets. So make sure you do go and check them out if you are in the Vegas area, particularly any Brits who are heading over there to get to Vegas, because Vegas is, as I say, very well popular with us Brits. And why not over there? Go check out a game. But thank you very much for your time today, Jeff. It has been a true pleasure to speak to yourself. Good luck this weekend. Hopefully, you get that win.
Man, thank you so much, man. I'm looking forward to. Hey, I like your accent too, man.
Cheers.
I like it, man. All right, man. I'll see you
Cheers.
later.
Thank
Thanks,
you very
man.
much.
Thank
Speak
you.
to you again soon. Have a good rest of your day.
Yes,
Cheers.
sir. You
Thanks.
too.